You represent the local chapter of MoveOn.org. Why exactly are you guys protesting Senator Rubio, and I'm assuming the whole Republican establishment?
Yes, we're here because we are building an effort to build a progressive movement in response to the very conservative reactionary policies that have been adopted by the Tea Partiers and other Republicans. We are here to awaken the conscience of the community to what is really happening in Washington. And Senator Rubio is part of it. He has voted to cut taxes on the backs of working people. He has voted to not raise taxes on the wealthiest of this country. That is wrong. And we want the nation, we want this community to be aware of that. That just because you're a Latino, you're not with the Latino community, or you're not with all of the community. So here we are. We will be building this progressive movement throughout the United States. 2 weeks ago, we celebrated the House meetings in which 25,000 people met all over the nation, and 40 in all congressional districts. So when we are on the move, and we don't have the resources that Tea Partiers have, but we are on the move.
You mentioned that Marco Rubio is not in touch with the Hispanic community. Can you explain that?
Well, I think he's been part of the political establishment for a long time. While he was here representative in Florida, and now that he's in Washington, D.C., he's even further removed from what is happening in the local community. You can't tell me that the Republican Party is going to build jobs when he has supported Rick Scott, and they have gotten rid of almost, I mean, you name it, what, 40,000 jobs have been lost to Florida, and he's part of that?
So basically your MoveOn.org is saying that this debt ceiling, that we need to raise the debt ceiling, we need to increase government spending to create jobs.
We need to increase government spending to create jobs, and we need to raise revenues so that the government can invest in education, in research, and in infrastructure for the economy.
But now a question I have that the people on the right are going to ask is, don't you think that small businesses prosper more when taxes are reduced, business taxes reduced?
Well, taxes for the small businessmen have been reduced. I think in the last two sessions in which the Bush tax cuts were approved, the business people did not suffer, and they in fact received some remuneration from the Obama for business development. So that small business, if small business are suffering, it's not because of the, you know what it is that Walmart, Home Depot, Lowe's, all those big companies are outselling those small business people.
So in other words, again, I'm looking at the sign here, Mark of the Tea Party terrorist. Is that the consensus with with MoveOn.org, that he is a Tea Party terrorist?
We believe that he supports the Tea Party, and because they're always talking about terrorists, why not apply that term to him as well? Yes, we believe that he is very close to supporting very, very reactionary action. And
then lastly, again, the Tea Party prides itself on sitting on corners, sitting on streets, like what you're doing, waving signs. Is there any different than what you guys are doing with an actual Tea Party is doing? Are you guys holding your own Tea Party, if you would, protesting Marco Rubio?
Yes, I think that's part of the democratic process. No, we are not that different in that regard. We are different in the policies and what we want for America. We say save the American dream. What does save the American dream means? It means save the opportunity for jobs, save the opportunity for housing, save the opportunity for home care, save the education. That's what we're after, saving the American dream.
So lastly, like I said, it's basically what you're doing and the Tea Party is doing is pretty much the same thing as what they're doing, only you differ in a political ideology.
Yes, they want to minimize government, and we feel that government is part of the solution, not part of the problem.